Hi, thank you for watching Sweet Rubies. This is Shaquita, and today I'll be showing you how to make these very simple, very easy, but cute Minnie Mouse cupcake toppers. Now keep in mind, I did them in pink and white, but you can also do them in red and white as well. I'm going to start off using Wilton black fondant. I only got the little pack because I knew that I wouldn't need as much. So in actuality, I'm going to actually use a half of this, and I'm going to save the other half for when I make my cake later. I'm using CMC powder or Tylose powder, which also causes the fondant to thicken very quickly. Once I rolled out my fondant very thin, I went ahead and used my Minnie/Mickey head cutter and cut out 8 heads and set them to the side to dry. I will be linking in the description below where you can find everything that was used to make this video today. I then rolled out my pink fondant and also added the powder. This was rolled thinly as well. I used this to cut out a medium-sized number 3 as well as small number 3s. With a thinly rolled white fondant, I then cut out the letter D and the letter J's, which is the initials of the child that I'm making the cupcakes for. I then took many pieces of pink fondant, rolled them in small balls, and pressed them on the letter. I then took the head that was drying as well as the bigger number 3. I added a little bit, just a very tiny bit of water on a paintbrush, put it on the back of the number 3 and stuck it onto the head. I did this for all 8. I am making 8 of each things that I'm cutting out. Once I completed the water gluing of the 3s to the head, I then took some white fondant. With the white fondant, I also rolled them in small balls and pressed them gently on top of the number 3s to make a polka dot illusion. Please keep in mind you'll need to do this while the white fondant is still a little tacky and sticky, and before it hardens. You do not need to put Tylose powder or CMC powder into the dots because they'll have a harder time just sticking to the number. Okay, now that I have completed the heads, I did go ahead and move over to my side profile cutter, which will also be linked below. You actually get the head and the side profile together as a package on Amazon. Okay, so I went ahead and rolled out my black fondant. I am using my grandmother's very old wooden roller because my daughter had misplaced mine. Okay, so I am cutting out the side profile. And once I do that, I will set those aside to dry. Okay, I'm rolling out a small piece of white fondant. As you can see, it's very thin, very, very thin. I'm taking a flower cutter. I actually got these cutters at the dollar store for $1. And I am cutting out the same amount of flowers, 8, as I did with the profile. Okay, since the white fondant didn't have any powder to harden it, and it was still a little wet and a little sticky, I went ahead and put it in the middle of the profile cutouts. All you have to do is lay it on top and gently press it, and it'll stick. Okay, on top of that, I am using my little paintbrush and I'm adding just a dollop of water, and I'm adding the tiny number 3s that I cut out earlier. Okay, as I'm finishing up the last of the toppers, I will go ahead and say that I let these sit on the table on the parchment paper after they were completely assembled for about an hour and a half. And when I came back, they were completely dry, nothing was falling off, and it was ready for me to assemble. Okay, as you can see, I was counting to make sure I had 8 of each because I somehow always miscount. I take my buttercream frosting and I put a cute little dollop on the top. As you can see, it's only 3 cupcakes and it should be 4, but I'll correct that soon. And I add a topper to each. You just lay them on there. As you can see, they're hard, so they don't flop over, they don't fold, and they don't bend. So I go get my other cupcake and I dollop that as well. And I realized due to my camera positioning that you couldn't see them all, so I scoot them down so you can see. I love them. They are very, very cute. And here is the end result. I am also making a matching cake to go along with these cupcakes, and they will be featured in a different video. I will link the description for that video below. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.